listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Markeia McCarty and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Main Event here on AfterBuzz TV. I am Tom Connolly, and we are jamming out some Big E Langston theme song here. Across from me, we are, according to Steven, we got away scot-free this week because after the Royal Rumble, some Wyatt music came on, and the Wyatts took Scott, and nobody has heard or seen from him since.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard from him or no?
No.
No?
Well, I did get a ransom text from one of the Wyatts.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did it
but we're
say?
not going to pay it.
Well, no, it wasn't involving money for mine. They asked me to be on the show.
Oh, okay.
And they said in exchange they'll bring,
Scott back?
yeah.
Yeah. But you were like, no.
Yeah, I said not
We
this
got
week.
Scott now.
Oh my God, Bray Wyatt's here.
And we ain't gonna give him back
You sound like him.
until you go.
Where?
Follow the buzzer.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we won't see Scott until we go to Raw in a couple weeks. So
I guess not.
we'll be reunited there. Yes, but across from me, Gabrielle Loren, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. And next to her, Markeia McCarty.
Hey, guys.
Are your headphones good?
Yes.
Everything good?
Yes. I finally figured out how to put them on.
Awesome.
So.
Yes. It's been like months, but
Yes,
you
yes,
were
it
holding
has.
them like backwards, not using them at all.
They go on one ear at a time, Markeia.
Wow, you need to do
Just
this
like
all
I
the
put my
time.
shoes on.
But do you tie your laces or no? Or does Bray wear just like slip?
Oh, he's already gone.
Oh man, he left.
He comes with the
it's okay.
music and leaves with it.
Gotcha. So tonight, main event comes to us from Toledo, Ohio. We have Tom Phillips and Alex Riley on commentary. The Miz has been on SmackDown commentary for the last 2 weeks, so I don't know if we're not gonna see. We may not see him on main event anymore.
Oh, so we're going to miss all of those wonderful plugs?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Hey, we got plenty from Alex Riley too tonight. The first match of the night was R-Truth versus Alberto Del Rio. Decent match between the two. A lot of good false finishes towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
Going
they were
back
really
and
getting
forth.
into it.
Yeah. R-Truth started out the match. Look like he was trying like twerking, right? But as you said, you're like, well, but Del Rio's not going to wait for him to stop dancing. He just
No.
attacks him right away.
Yeah, that's just an opportunity for
Yes.
Del Rio.
Yeah, yeah. Del Rio is always looking to get the cheap shot in wherever he can get it.
Yeah, but something that they've been doing with Main Event, we were talking about it. Just R-Truth is like a hype man now.
Yeah.
You know, he's opening the show. He's getting everybody riled up.
I think it works though, like because most of the time, like at the live events, this is kind of the first match, or the main event when they tape it is the first thing they do for the night. So I think it works to get someone like R-Truth that the people are going to really get behind and want to, yell and scream for and chant for. So
I think it works, but then they should let him win every now and then. It's just not fair.
yeah, he won. Did he win last week?
Well, didn't he?
Yeah, he won last week.
against
He did-
Sandow?
yeah.
Yeah,
Boom.
once. Thanks.
Yeah.
You can't even remember the last time before that.
No, I don't know.
That is,
It's been a
that
while.
is a fact.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
But Del Rio was basically in control for the first part of the match. He hit a huge clothesline, and then he went to attack R-Truth as he was on the rope and jumped right through the ropes onto the floor.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, like that
That
one's
was
like
awesome.
I mean, I get why he does it, but I would not want to be doing that every time I have a match, just jumping through the ropes to,
Yeah.
fall on the floor.
It's like a double kick out of the ring.
Yes. And then Del Rio, he held Truth up on the ropes and then just kicked him right in the head, which I was like, man, that looked like that hurt.
Yeah.
And then he was like headbutting him too after he picked him
was.
up. So he was attacking the head, which he's been doing a lot lately in most of the matches he's in.
He's been all about the head stuff lately.
Which I don't think is okay because it's not the UFC. This is WWE, and he's pretty much I think he's too aggressive over his opponents. You know, it's kind of like a cheap shot, I feel like.
Yeah.
I kind of like how he takes things personally, though.
Yeah.
Like, if someone doesn't go down on the count, it's like, he's like, what? Like, oh, no, kid gloves come off.
Yeah. Kick to the head over and over again. That's all he's good to do.
Man.
Yeah, so R-Truth was then held up in the corner, and Del Rio came running in, kind of like last week.
Yep.
And R-Truth moved. Del Rio went and hit his shoulder into the post. Truth hit it also. It was a missile drop kick off the top rope after that, which I thought that was a cool move.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And then Del Rio hit the enziguri, the kick to the head in the corner, and I thought that was going to be it.
That was nice. That was a nice, solid hit, too. And R-Truth didn't see it coming.
Yeah, he's very good at doing to time that of at least jumping off the ground, jumping onto the second rope, and being able to get your leg around to kick him in the head. That takes some timing and some practice, I guess, to definitely nail that every time. Yeah. And then R-Truth hit the scissors kick, which I thought that was gonna win it for R-Truth. And then R-Truth ended up getting held up in the corner, and Del Rio just hit that double stomp onto his chest.
No, it wasn't his chest.
His
and then
his head and like his ear.
It's like,
yeah.
oh.
Mm-hmm. We thought maybe one of Truth's piercings came out or something. I don't know. And that was enough for Del Rio to put away R-Truth.
You missed some very important detail.
What did I miss?
R-Truth bitch slapped Del Rio
oh,
in the match, and that was my favorite part.
He did. He propped him up on the rope.
He slapped him. That was awesome.
Nice.
I think he was really genuinely pissed off because this guy is not a cool fighter, Del Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did have some really fun moves today, though. It was like he was changing things up. It wasn't just head stuff.
Yeah.
Like the arm breaker
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the backstabber thing.
Yeah,
that he did.
I do like
Yeah.
when he does that. He did that in the Rumble to someone, and it looked really cool, too. Like, they really, he hit them, and they, went flying in the air after he did it. So, but overall, I thought it was a decent match. What'd you guys give a star rating for the first match of the night?
Well, I enjoyed the solid hits. I enjoyed it grew. It got more and more where they were genuinely frustrated. Like, why in the world is this not happening yet? And at first I was very much in love with the match, and I even had it at a 4.25. And I thought that Del Rio had a solid earned win. It wasn't like, oh, he's totally knocked out. It was just like, okay, I'm tired of getting beat on. So I actually ended up giving this a 3.75.
Gotcha.
I thought it was super solid, but it was just some of the moves were a bit too practiced for me in it.
Gotcha.
And I only really got on board at the end when they were genuinely frustrated with each other. Yeah.
Awesome. Gabby, what'd you think?
The match had its moments for me where some of the moves were just pretty awesome. Like I said, that bitch slap was really cool. So I gave it a 3.5, but it would have been higher if maybe they could have given R-Truth more credit.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Gave him more to do. Gave him more of a comeback, and then kind of end up losing. He came back more.
Exactly, because he is good, and they just don't care, I feel like.
I think it's kind of hard for them sometimes. I mean, you got R-Truth where he's been around, and he is more of a veteran guy, so it kind of works for him to be, if he loses to a new, an up-and-comer, it kind of, makes that guy look more legitimate than...
Which is fine, but to put him in, the dog pen every week where he keeps losing, it's just rude. I mean, but hey, is it surprising? No, because apparently WWE likes to piss off their fans, so whatever.
So, yeah, I gave it a 3.5. I thought it had a good build. It started off slow, definitely built up towards the end with them going back and forth, hitting the finishers and then kicking out. I like that part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Del Rio did get the win, so I gave it a 3.5. Then we go backstage. We're getting some more backstage segments here on Main Event, which I know we like. and we see Tamina with Oksana and Alicia Fox, and they're basically telling her like what she needs to do in her match with Natalya. She's like, pull her hair and choke
So
her and
typical.
Yeah.
beat her up and I don't know, yeah.
It's so
a cat fight.
Misfits.
Exactly.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Misfits.
yeah. So then the Bella twins and Natalya walk up and they kind of have some banter back and forth and was like, oh, are these the girls we beat last week? Oh, do we even have a match? It was so easy kind of thing. And, and Natalya, she's, the peacekeeper, I think, among all the divas. She seems like it. And she was like, we don't have to lower ourselves to their level. We're going to go out there and have, a good, clean match. And she tries to shake Tamina's hand and she doesn't really want any part of it.
Yeah, what Tamina did, the old Yeller reference.
Yeah.
For Natalya.
Yeah,
like,
because she called her old, basically, or she's like, "I'm gonna do what they did to you, an old Yeller." Basically, put her out.
But I mean, it doesn't really work when, like Natalya pointed out, Tamina's older
Yeah,
than
I know.
Natalya.
yeah.
So why would they even script that? That's so
Yeah,
stupid.
don't script that part. Just let the hit happen.
It kind of made her look more stupid.
Yeah.
Like they could have left out that whole old Yeller thing, or she shouldn't even have mentioned that she's older than her. I like Natalya just being like, "Oh, that's fine. We'll have a good match, sir."
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah, like they could have left it at that.
Yeah.
And then Tamina got pissed. She's like, "Did she just call me a man?" And so Tamina was fired up for this match.
Yeah.
So we go to break, and we do find out that Christian will be back. He was out with a concussion for a while, so he's returning on SmackDown this week. So Captain Charisma Christian will be back on SmackDown. So all you Christian fans out there.
Oh, the blonde.
We've seen him a couple times.
He's
yeah.
the one that runs out of the ring sometimes.
Yeah. So Christian will be back, so that's good. So then we get to the match: Natalya versus Tamina. Did you guys like Tamina?
So
did you guys
angry.
like Tamina's
This
entrance
made me
music?
so angry. It was like, what?
So she comes out to AJ's music, and you guys
AJ's
flipped
name.
out in the room.
Because it's pretty much WWE saying, we don't care about you. Like, we're paying you, but just get out there and do your thing. Because they don't have a song for her. They don't have graphics for her. It's all about AJ. AJ's on commentary. But this girl's fighting the match, so give her some, legitimacy. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a bit of a storyline going on. She's got a presence. They've been dressing her up and doing all the makeup things and the hair stuff, and they can't take a time out and have her own entrance music.
Unless they messed up or something.
No.
Could that be
No,
it?
that was.
No.
They just don't have entrance music for her.
I'm sure they do have entrance music for her. I truthfully
But then why
can't
wouldn't
remember
they
what
play
it is.
it?
I think because they get more of a crowd reaction of AJ's music.
That's BS.
I know,
Yeah,
but-
that's not cool.
And she has to use her friend.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think
hope her
she should
music-
have music.
Yeah, I hope her music's like amazing and like Predator music.
Yes,
you
yeah.
know, and like Terminator, Jaws.
So AJ, that would be cool. I
with a
do like
guitar
that.
riff in
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So AJ is on commentary, and we find out she's now the longest reigning Divas champion of all time, 227 days and counting. I don't see her losing it anytime soon. Maybe we'll get to that at the end of the match, but I feel like they're setting up a match for the pay-per-view, or at least maybe next week on Raw we'll see it. I'm not sure.
I enjoyed her on the mic though.
Oh, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I think it was even better than when we watched last weekend. Who was on the mic?
Xavier.
Xavier, yeah.
Yeah.
It was better than Xavier. She has a real presence, and her character's super strong. So it was nice to see her do that. And for me, this was actually, I think, my favorite match of the night and favorite Divas match
Yeah.
that I've seen on Main Event.
Yeah, AJ definitely has such a good personality that she brings when she's on commentary. That she's just so quick when she's on, one-liners and just saying things where she's like, Tamina knows where her bread's buttered. Like she's the only one that
She's
is
sassy.
viable for a title shot. But
She bites at everything.
Yeah.
It's
Like
awesome.
when the guy was like, "Oh, so why weren't you on was it
Total Divas.
Total Divas. She said, well, it's clearly documented that I turned it down. Like,
And they said
okay,
that-
back off.
I missed that.
and they said that
Shuffle papers.
Summer Rae's gonna be on Total Divas, and she's like, oh, finally someone with some personality on Total Divas.
Because Summer Rae's on her team.
Yes.
Nice.
This they weren't really talking much about the match that was going on, though.
It was about her.
It was about
Yeah.
AJ most of the time. But there was good action in the ring. Tamina hit a Samoa drop on Natalya. And
That
then
was really nice.
Yeah, and then she went for, she was setting up for that super kick. She missed, and Natalya quick rolled her up and got the win. I mean, that was most of the action of the match.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of when they do that.
Hated that ending.
I don't like the whole roll-up pin out of nowhere because, all she did was try to kick her. Like, it's not like she, went to kick her, got knocked out, and then she quick rolled her up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand it's the element of surprise, but if someone grabbed me and rolled me up like that, and I just really missed a kick to them,
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to kick out. I'm not going to be, held down by them. So I wish she would have just hit her move, or at least even if she rolled her up and then picked her up and put her in the sharpshooter, which is her finishing move.
Oh, right.
That would have made more sense to me.
Yeah, where
at
she
least.
had to do a tap out or something.
Yes, exactly.
Like, that would have been great. Or if she had gotten kicked in the head after
Yeah.
she had missed it and then got rolled up or something.
Yeah, and then so Natalya ends up winning with the roll up, and AJ, rips her headphones off and just goes over and just starts attacking Natalya, throws her back in the ring.
She was quick, too.
She was.
Yeah, she's a
was
feisty little girl. Like, you don't even, honestly, I totally missed, maybe I was looking down at my paper, but I totally missed that part where she got up and ripped off her headphones mic or whatever and ran to Natalya. All I saw was her punching Natalya, and I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? Because it was that quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she throws her in the ring, and then Tamina ends up hitting the super kick on Natalya, and they just start attacking her. Then we hear the Funkadactyls music, and they come running out to rescue Natalya. They take out AJ. Well, actually, they don't. AJ just leaves the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, AJ pieces.
Yeah, and they take out Tamina.
She
Naomi
left her.
She did.
She just left.
Dirty.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like,
She's like, I don't care about my friends. I just care about me and my belt, so I'm going to leave. And they Naomi ended up taking out Tamina, and then Naomi was
with
kind of
the
just
rear view?
Yeah, rear view, yeah.
Yeah.
So Naomi was just kind of like, come on, wanting to fight AJ, and AJ just kind of watches her from the apron, from the ramp, and then just is like, no, this isn't for me. I'm just gonna leave. See you, Tamina. Bye.
This is so funny. Oh my God, comedy.
Yeah.
She even left the belt somewhere.
Yeah.
It was just,
Did
she?
It was just somewhere.
Yeah, she didn't take it back with her.
Yeah.
I think it was on the side of the ring. I think it fell off her either when she got up or when she was attacking Natalya. So she'll get it back. But yeah, so Natalya wins with the roll up. What'd you guys think overall of the star ratings of this match?
Well, at first, I was pretty ticked off about the whole Tamina thing. I was just like, what? Everybody has their own entrance music. The match itself, I was just like, okay. I was more listening to AJ than, with the match. So I was hovering around a 3 with it. And then all of the spectacle and the vengeance and that whole storyline thing with Naomi and AJ happened.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. So all of that together with the AJ commentary, minus something for the roll-up ending, which I just really don't like. It was going to be a 4, but it's a 3.75.
Gotcha. Gabby.
So I'm going to stick by what I said before, that this is probably, for me, one of my most favorite matches on WWE's main event for the Divas. I mean, yes, the ending kind of stunk because Natalya won really quick and it wasn't well-deserved, and I hate those kinds of matches. But I also love Natalya, and I think this was more of a storyline.
Yeah.
They set it up, they had the intro, and then they had the conclusion. And I loved how all these girls were involved, and there were surprise elements. Also, AJ being MC for a little was really awesome, because like we were just talking about, she kind of captures your attention. So I was so tuned into commentary while I was watching.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, because my head was in both places, and so were my eyes. So I thought it was really great. And then also when AJ left the ring and kind of left Tamina alone, it was just hysterical because I'm like, this girl is just out for herself. But then again, proven point, her character is this strong. Like, I love it. And I think this is where, that drama element comes into even reality TV, how, everyone eats it up. Because it's not
Definitely.
boring.
Exactly.
It's an added dynamic and element to the show. So, I loved it. And also, I don't know if you guys caught this, but AJ was also laughing at the end. She was just
Yeah.
like giggling. What a little biatch, you know? So I gave this match, like, I'm going to say a 4.7.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave this one a 4.0. It was more the story of it, not the actual physical match. The match wasn't that the best Divas match, but
It's just everything combined for me.
And I like that they had the Funkadactyls come out, but they weren't in that backstage segment before.
No,
so that was a good surprise element, because you were thinking the Bellas were going to come out to help Natalya.
Yeah.
But it was the Funkadactyls. So
They
I
set
like
that
that
up.
part of it. And I like that we're having, on Main Event, we're having storylines come in through the main shows, and they're actually doing something on Main Event here that, brings that whole storyline through. So people that don't get to watch Raw or SmackDown or miss it, they at least get some of what's going on in the main areas of the shows.
I think that's important because you don't want to throw away one of the products and
Exactly.
just put no effort into it. And I feel like I know as we've started this season, Markeia and I feel like it's really grown and become a lot better than day one.
Yeah, they've definitely picked it up, I think, for the Main Event, and actually thrown storylines that make sense, or started their own little storylines on Main Event, which I think is good.
Yeah, like with having the Funkadactyls come out, like you're right, that surprise element. They could have easily had Alicia Fox and Oksana come out
and help too.
Just beat on Natalya.
Yeah.
So it's nice to not really know. So
That's
I like
the best. The best part is being, the surprise element of you don't know what's gonna happen. That's one of the reasons why I like watching, because especially those times when you don't know what's gonna happen, and then you see what happens. They see the fallout, and you're like, wow, that came out of left field. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, no one wants to predict how a match is going to go down. And like I've told you guys, we all know this is scripted. Sorry if there's any underage viewers over here, but that don't know this yet.
What?
It's like
What are you
Santa
talking
Claus.
about?
But I just think sometimes you get the idea that it's scripted. For example, which match was it where the ref kind of like went, it was like 1, 2, and then he already like
Moved his hand.
moved his hand that it was like, safe.
I think it was in the first match.
That was the first one.
Yeah, with R-Truth. And I'm like, wait, you just did the safe thing like maybe a slight second before they even finished what they were doing.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, and I have a good eye like that. I caught it and I'm like, you just told me that this is scripted. Thank you. You ruined the match for me.
Yeah.
But-
and even the fans in the background right behind, they were like,
Yeah.
dude, they were, ah! Yeah.
But yeah, so we want it to be more, we don't want to know we want the element of surprise.
Yes.
When we watch.
It's important.
So then we get to the weekly, which we haven't really seen the weekly interviews with Triple H and Michael Cole. On Monday on Raw, Brock Lesnar came out and attacked Cody and Goldust during their rematch for the tag titles. And so this Monday on Raw, it's going to be the Rhodes versus the tag champs, New Age Outlaws, in a steel cage match on Monday Night Raw. So that should be good. That should be really fun. Really fun match on Raw.
Let's point out something.
Yes.
We had mentioned in the screening room that there were only pictures.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the next
that's the
part.
next-
Yeah, the
yeah.
recap.
next
Yeah. But yeah. I mean,
The Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble, yeah. I mean, they do that because they want people to because you can still get the pay-per-view if you go on TV.
Wait, are we sure it wasn't for other reasons though?
No, that's why they do it, because they don't want to give you the whole videos.
I don't know.
What?
Conspiracy theory here. Wasn't there a lot of controversy at the Royal Rumble?
Yes, there was. If anybody
weren't
knows.
the fans having their say
They
at
were.
the Royal Rumble?
So maybe they didn't want to broadcast that on the recap.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you can't really get rid of that audio. So
they can get rid of a lot of audio if they want to.
I don't know. There's only like 4 tracks, right?
I don't know. But yeah, so we did see pictures. But most of the time when they do recaps, at least the first week after the pay-per-view, they do like still pictures because they want people to still go on TV and like buy it like on demand. So you can still do that. But yes, a lot.
Well, they had more than one reason to do that.
They did have more than one reason though. You guys were right. Yes.
What do you think about it? You let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Go to iTunes, go to YouTube, give us comments, and give us 5-star ratings too, and subscribe.
And listen, we know if you're not rating us because we could see.
Yeah.
So
we
do it.
watch all the
Yeah.
time.
We're monitoring that, okay?
AfterBuzz is always watching you.
wow.
So then we get the Raw recap. Daniel Bryan comes out with Triple H and Stephanie in the ring. They kind of, ham it up to the crowd and go, "Oh, we were so happy about the Royal Rumble last night. Our good friend Batista won the Royal Rumble," and everyone boos. Daniel Bryan comes out and he says stands up to Triple H and he says, "I won in the Chamber match against Randy Orton at Elimination Chamber," and they kind of didn't show it on here, but on Raw he was like, "Stephanie, if you want to step aside." He had talked to Triple H. Like, he wasn't talking to Stephanie anymore. He was like, man to man, I won in this match, and I'm not leaving here until you give me what I want.
Even though Stephanie's like a man. Not looks wise, but she's got that element to her.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
She's aggressive.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Yeah. No, I like I like how Daniel Bryan was like this. And here's Triple H.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, I will be in this elimination.
You know what, you guys? I wonder if it's hard for him to not break a laugh, and crack a smile. Because he has to be so serious, in his face.
Mm-hmm. Like Triple H, you mean? For Triple H? Or
No,
for,
Daniel
Bryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Triple H, I
no.
feel like he's got it. But Daniel Bryan, I feel like he wants to laugh, but he doesn't.
Because he gets the joke.
Yeah.
He gets it. And he seems like such a fun, happy guy.
Yeah. And if you're in that ring and there's 20,000 people screaming your name or yelling doing the yes chants, you want to smile because you're like, wow, these people really like me and want me to be here. So
yeah, I'm sure it's got to be funny. If we're laughing in the screening room, I'm sure that he wants to laugh as well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you can't mess that up, right? Because it's live.
Yeah, you have
in
to
front
do
of an
it.
audience.
Gotta.
Yeah.
You got to be in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're very professional about it. There's not many times when they do mess things up like that. So.
Imagine if he just started laughing in his face.
I'm sure he'd know how to play it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Triple H would be very good at playing it off, of being like, "Oh, you're gonna laugh at me now?
Yeah.
You really went in this match, but you're gonna laugh at me?
And then
you're
he's going to
laughing
be
at
like,
me?"
yeah, because this is a joke.
So the main event of Raw was The Shield versus Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Sheamus, and the winner of the match would be those three members would qualify to be in the Elimination Chamber match against Randy Orton.
Man, I have never seen one of those before.
The Elimination Chamber?
Is
It's
that
fun.
Does that happen? That's
Yeah,
the
it's
normal
every
thing?
year. Yeah, normally the pay-per-view is called Elimination Chamber. So yeah,
That is cool.
it's gonna be
I mean,
it's fun.
Like I said in there, so Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Very Hunger Games.
So
But
Except
everyone
they
gets
don't
out
die after.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah. It's not
their
till the death.
storylines too.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are leaving the WWE, et cetera, et cetera.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're not skipping out on that tonight. So yeah, at the end of the match, the Wyatts end up costing the Shield the match. So Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and I was about to say John Sheamus. John Cena
John Sheamus.
and Sheamus are qualified there in the Elimination Chamber match. So they celebrate, and the Shield is just livid at the end of Raw. Like Roman Reigns is, breaking stuff, ripping stuff off the table because they want the shot at the title too.
Right.
So and for the Wyatts to just come down and just interfere in their match, I don't think the Shield's gonna like that at all. And I think we're heading. Maybe we're heading towards the Shields versus Wyatts.
Ooh, a schism.
That'd be awesome. What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean.
A schism. Yeah. No, it's like a chasm between the
gotcha.
two of them.
Oh, gotcha.
They're
Okay.
kind of
Yes,
on
yes,
the
okay.
they're kind of on the same side-ish.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they're the
uh-huh.
bad guy
Yeah, yeah.
side.
Yes.
Well, then it's like,
Yes. And then how are the fans going to react?
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going with Shield. I know you're going to go with Wyatt.
Wyatt. My boys.
But yeah, so the Shield looked definitely pissed at the end of Raw. And the Wyatts are going to have to pay for what they did because Roman Reigns wants that title. Well, they all want it, but Roman Reigns especially. After the Royal Rumble, it was him and Batista at the end of the Royal Rumble. So if he would have thrown out Batista, he would have been in the main event of WrestleMania. So to be that close and then, be
have
back
it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'd
that-
be like I can almost reach it.
Exactly. But to get slips right away.
And two things with this this whole recap thing
Yeah.
for me. For one, why was John Cena part of that 3 tag team? Why was John Cena there? I mean, come on.
He's the man, I guess. So I know what you're saying, but hey, he's there. The fans like him, so
I'm not a John Cena hater like
Exactly.
Thomas. No, it's just he's so high profile, and this just seems like the 6-man elimination thing just seems like such a good venue for some of the lower profile and Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
to have a chance at the title. And it's just like, if you have John Cena and Orton and Daniel Bryan in the ring, then it's like, it doesn't matter who else is there. It really doesn't. It would have mattered. It would have been more even for me if Daniel Bryan and Orton and then the
Other people?
Sheamus guy and
Yeah.
the other people. No, that makes sense to me. That's a really good, that's strong.
Yeah.
While it's like, okay, so it's gonna come down to Cena and Orton
No, I don't think so.
or Bryan.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see how the outcome of this match is or what happens. I think it is. I'm excited to see it, and especially because, just with I think John Cena's in the match because he was kind of screwed out of the match at the Royal Rumble because the Wyatts came down and kind of helped Randy Orton win. So he at least gets some kind of a rematch, but it's a rematch with 600 other people, well, 5 other people, including him.
Like
So-
John Cena wouldn't have another shot at the title.
I know, but
Come on, let's be honest.
I don't think John Cena's gonna come away with the win on that match. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
From what everyone else tells me. No. So let's get to the last match of the night, because then we got some other business to talk about. The Usos and Big E Langston versus 3MB. According to Alex Riley, we're still waiting for that 3MB album to drop. They have 55 tracks, singles coming out. They're selling them at 50 cents a piece.
What?
I can't wait. No, he's just making it up, but that's what he's talking about on commentary. He just likes to make it up that he's the sax player for them, and he, wants to be in 3MB and make it 4MB.
So that's a joke?
Yeah. He just keeps joking around about that, but maybe I think they should put it on an album. I think it'd be really funny.
So
if they did.
relevant. Oh
Yeah.
my God, no.
Hey, it worked with Jeff Jarrett. He was an old timer. He put out an album, so
No, I'm not saying that the album wouldn't be cool, but being that it doesn't actually exist and
I
he's
know.
talking about it is retarded.
yeah, I think it's.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say retarded, but you know what I mean.
It's kind of like, it's one of those things where I get what you're saying, no.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna hype it up, if you're gonna talk about it, what else are you doing with 3MB? You have a company that has all of that technology that they have a studio where they can do that. I think it'd be a fun little thing to have them, a main event this week. 3MB is gonna do their first, live performance, and then you dub it with the lip singers, do it Milli Vanilli
and
style.
then everyone assumes that they're just gay.
No, not that one.
What is this, a Britney Spears concert?
Yeah. Why would? Because they're not going to
3MB
really
is
sing.
like hard though. I can't picture them getting down and like singing.
No, I'm not saying it's got to be like a Milli Vanilli
Singing
song.
like boys band.
No, it's got to be like
boys
that.
Like a boy band. That's like John Cena times 3. Like with the,
man.
baseball cap
they're
and
like-
the preppy clothes.
But no, they can sing rock music, but I think it should be a lip song,
Yeah,
not
maybe if
them.
it was like heavy metal
Yeah,
and they
exactly,
were like
yes.
screaming.
Mhm.
Like they're doing
something.
a cover of something?
Yeah.
Like that?
No, they can write them an original song.
Oh,
They can,
okay.
come on, why not?
But I don't
know.
picture the Miz doing heavy metal.
No, definitely not the Miz.
No,
No.
definitely not.
But so this match, it was kind of slow at first.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we were kind of talking about still more of the other stuff that happened. And then it really picked up.
Literally.
Yes, exactly. It was Jinder and Heath were on the outside of the ring, and Drew was on the apron. And out of nowhere, the Usos and Big E were in the middle of the ring. Big E hits Drew with a huge spear to the outside of the ring, and the Usos do their flying Uso over the top rope onto Heath and Jinder on the outside. So I think that was where the match really picked up and got the momentum going. And it was a lot of the Big E and the Usos in control of this match.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And the Usos did the big dive, Big E with the spear, and then the Usos. Well, I don't know if it was Jimmy or Jay. They're very hard to tell apart. The Usos. It was like he jumped on the top rope and hit it was like a corkscrew flip onto two of the members of 3MB. And then
Great.
Yeah, and then Big E was like fighting with Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre kind of like slapped him in the face, and Big E was like, "You're not slapping me in the face," and he just picked him up and just tossed him around, threw him right back into the corner, and I think he kind of like slapped him back, and then was doing those like huge shoulder tackles into the corner,
into different corners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did it on one side, and then he did it on the other, and then he had 2 of 3MB, and he was doing it to both of them in the corner. And then finally, Big E, pulls his straps down, is about to go for the big ending, and then the Usos are like, no, wait. The Usos climb on both corners. Big E picks up, I'm not sure, even one of the 3MB members.
Yeah,
The
I
other
think
two
it
were
was
on the
Heath
ground.
Slater.
I think it was Heath, yeah.
I think it was him.
So simultaneously, the Usos jump off the top rope, and Big E hits the big ending at the same time, and we get a triple pin for the win for Big E and the Usos. I don't think I've ever seen a triple pin before like that.
Spectacle!
Yeah, yes, exactly. That was like a double rainbow or triple rainbow, whatever it is. You're like triple pin.
Nice reference. Love it.
So they get the win. The Usos start dancing, and they're like, "Come on, Big E, dance with us. Come on."
He's like, no.
I can't.
No, Big E don't
Yeah,
dance.
no.
You don't dance, double rainbow. Double rainbow all the way. All the buzzards.
Does Bray dance? Bray left again. Sorry, guys. One of these times we'll get him on the couch here, but I don't know.
That was kind of hot. Just kidding.
So then Big E ends up starting to dance towards the end of the show, and I thought he looked like he was kind of dancing like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That was my thought too.
Oh my God, you pinned it.
So he was kind of dancing like Carlton, and kind of getting down, and that was how the show ended. But what were your guys' thoughts on this match?
That too many muscles gets in the way of dancing.
Probably.
True.
What were
Is that it? Great recap.
Be like, thank you.
That was our star rating.
I'm out.
Star
I'll
rating, too
figure
many
out how to
muscles.
take these headphones off. The match itself, it was fun with Big E and the Usos. I liked all the three team.
Yeah,
I guess that's
triple,
the
like a
term.
triple
team.
Yeah,
the triple teaming that they did. It was fun. It was choreographed, and I thought it was executed pretty nicely. I also noticed how the Usos didn't use Big E a lot.
No.
And I kind of see why. He's a bazooka and 3-man band is a fly. So
Yes.
I totally get that. There was that one part where Big E picked one of them up, did a backbreaker.
Yeah,
was
at the
that?
beginning, yeah.
And picked, in the same breath, picked him right back up, backbreaker. Same
Yeah.
breath, picked him right back up, and then backbreaker. And it's just, whoa.
He's very strong, Big E.
He needs to throw like 7 guys at that.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. I thought it was fun, spectacle. I was not really paying attention a lot in the first part of the match until it started really.
Yeah, to pick up.
Yeah, so I just realized that I think I've rated all of the matches the same, 3.75.
We'll have to go back and check that, okay?
Yeah.
man.
The statisticians are going to check that and be like, oh, no, she did them all the same. We can't have that. So you have to do it different. This
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
What would you give this one? 3.75?
I had
I'm not saying you
sushi
can.
before this, and it affected my brain.
So that's not good then.
Yeah.
So what would you rate the sushi?
2.25.
Oh, that's not good. That's not
Yeah.
good. Okay, so you do 3.75.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm changing
No.
it.
Oh, what do you change it to?
The spectacle was nice.
Uh-huh.
Choreography was cool. I will give it a 3.5.
Gotcha.
So you lowered the rating.
I was going to say 4.25, but then I was like, I can't make it more than the Diva match because that was
Gotcha.
really good.
Yes.
True story.
So 3.5.
Gabby, what do you think?
I agree with Markeia. I respect that the Usos kind of took control of the match and didn't want Big E to get too involved, because if they did let him get involved, it would have been one of those unfair matches like with the Khali when he fights.
Yeah.
You know, because he's just so big. But what I loved about this match is the fact that Big E is so big that he could just he just slams everybody. He opens his chest
Yeah.
up and then knocks them over without even touching them with his hands, which is pretty cool. So it was interesting to see a wrestler switch up his style and tactics, because, you know, a lot of these guys are athletic and they can do a lot of the same moves, but it's what their character brings to the table. And I don't know, I just really respected his character. I thought it was something I hadn't seen in a while. And I'm sure all you wrestling fans out there have seen like everybody from A to Z, but for me being new and generally watching Main Event, it was nice to see a little switch up of style. So I'm gonna give this a 3.2.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gave this one a 3.5. I thought it was good. I liked, I think it was kind of obvious who was going to win the match at the start of it. But hey, 3MB, they go out there and they perform, and they do what they got to do.
They wear their pants.
Yeah, I do. I like 3MB. I don't really have that much of a problem with them. I would like to see them do more with them. But yeah, I like Big E is, being the Intercontinental Champ now. He hasn't really defended it, in the new year, really. I think maybe once.
Who's going to go up against him?
I don't know. I'd like to see him versus, like, Roman Reigns or someone like that. Like, like a battle of power and strength, because they're both just, like, awesome that way. But yeah, I like, the Usos. I feel like they're maybe going to get a tag shot somewhere down the line, depending if the Rhodes keep the belts or if the New Age Outlaws, or the Rhodes win the belts back, or the New Age Outlaws keep the belts. So, yeah, I gave it 3.5. Decent match to end the night, ended on a good note. It was funny watching him dance. I like that part.
Yeah, that was a great ending.
Yeah.
5 for that ending.
Yeah, he's a very, if you follow Big E on Twitter, he's very funny. He has a lot of really funny tweets. So I want to see more of his personality and more of him, backstage talking, or even in the ring talking on him. Like, I think he's definitely capable of doing it. So I think it'd be fun to see that.
Yeah, and shouldn't a champion talk? The other champions talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Dean Ambrose has a belt, but we never see him defend it either. So
The Authority doesn't want them to speak.
yeah, exactly. But so let's get to the breaking news of the day. Which this news, I got home last night and I saw one of my followers.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Yeah, this is all like things I've read online. Nothing is cold hard facts. I want to get that straight. But the news is that apparently CM Punk has quit the WWE. He left. Apparently left Monday Night on Raw before the show started.
Oh, I thought he was just not renewing the contract.
No. He's under contract till July.
Right.
So he just went up and left, is what has been reported online. We haven't, people have speculated as to why he is gone, why he's left. Sometimes a lot of people have said that, he's just tired, he's burnt out from being on the road so much, which I know that happens. You see a lot of those guys. I mean, they're out there busting their butts each night in the ring. It gets, and they're traveling over almost over 300 days a year.
Yeah.
So they're never home. Like, I can understand why he would be tired, and he's not the type of person that's he's always very vocal and vents his frustrations out one way or another. And a lot of other people have speculated that it's because he's kind of upset that Batista is back. Batista has been gone for 4 years. He's been back for 1 week now, and has already won a shot at the WrestleMania main event. Yet everybody else on the roster has been there for the last 4 years, working their butts off, and has not gotten to WrestleMania main events. So I'd like to know what the fans at home definitely comment on below, and I would like to comment and let us know what you guys think of it. What do you guys think of?
Well, I kind of like the analogy we all brought up in the screening room of how, if let's say you're working at a job and then somebody leaves for a few years, they come back and they automatically get promoted to the highest position, like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like shit because you're kind of like, well, why didn't I get promoted? And why didn't I get a chance? And I guess, that's what's going on. So I completely agree with you in that sense.
Yeah. I mean, slamming all the doors, throwing all the pencils.
You had a good point, Markeia. Earlier when we were talking.
Yeah, it's like, on the one hand, I totally get where he's coming from. I mean, like that analogy says, like, hey, what the crap? What about me? I've been doing this. I've been solid. I've been, I've been doing what's been expected of me and giving my all. Okay, yes, on one hand, I totally get why he's like that. And then on the other, cry me a river. I'm sorry, but he's not the only wrestler that has been waiting their turn.
Exactly.
And then to just kind of flip out like this with it and just like, screw this and out. It's just, it's so unprofessional.
Well, I'm getting that a lot of the wrestlers have anger management issues. Plus, not only with this story, but did you guys hear on the news recently? I forget the wrestler's name, but him and his girlfriend
He used to be a wrestler at WWE.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yeah.
Is she still a diva?
No. She was never a diva.
Who are we talking about?
Matt
Selena?
Hardy and his.
Matt, yes, Hardy.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much like they filed like assault charges against each other, and they've also been put in. They've been arrested for it. You know, cops have been called for them arguing, fighting physically. I'm so not surprised by CM Punk's behavior, but it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think it's a very hard life to live for them.
Oh, I'd imagine so.
If some of them have
Makes it
families,
crazy.
you're
Yeah, that
not
could
home to
make
see
you
your
crazy.
families each week. You're only home, and they're like basically working like 24 hours a day, it seems, because they
Yeah.
wake up and do they get to a town, say Sunday night. Monday morning they wake up and they got to do radio spots or go here to promote Raw. You go to SmackDown the next day. You got to promote SmackDown in the morning. Then you go to the SmackDown taping.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
how lonely of a life could it possibly be too? I mean, how can you have a stable relationship?
it's hard. I think. I mean, a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them date each other. Like
Within the organization.
Yeah, like you got Daniel Bryan and Brie, Nikki and John Cena. You got Jay and Naomi. They're Trinity. Yeah, they're all in Total Divas. So. I mean, this is leaving everything up in the air because, we're 9 weeks away from WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year. From what I've seen things online, we were kind of leading towards CM Punk versus Triple H at WrestleMania. They were kind of, bringing that storyline together with, Kane ended up costing CM Punk the Royal Rumble match. So, it's CM Punk versus The Authority. Now everything's up in the air and like if he's going to come back. And then there's also a lot of people online saying that they think this is, all set up and this is all storyline and that, they're basically what the WWE is doing is, which I think if it does work out this way, it is a smart thing. You have all these internet fans that love wrestling and all these, hardcore fans, and they're basically using the internet against them or using it as a ploy and saying, oh, CM Punk walked out on us. He walked out on the WWE. He quit. But yet maybe he comes back in a couple weeks and, everything, they could still continue it and just be like, he can just be like, I left because I didn't like this, and that kind of thing.
See, this is where the media is so confusing because I never know if it's legitimately what's going on or if it's a plot. I don't know. Okay, for example, I work at E, and there was a special done on Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt from The Hills. They became famous reality stars, and now they're kind of on a downward spiral, right? And they were like all upset about reality, and like they weren't making money. So in order to make money, they would like call up TMZ and all these other organizations for media and make up stories and lie about things that were going on so that they could make money off of it. And it's kind of like, see, just because it's published doesn't mean it's true.
Exactly.
And just because someone says it, even if it's coming from the first-hand source, doesn't mean it's legit either.
Yeah. I mean,
so it's hard.
It is. It's
like,
I
what's
mean,
really the truth?
Yeah, and I mean, online today too. On everyone, like, if you go to Yahoo, CM Punk has been #1 basically all day, like the top story all day long. So if the WWE wanted so much coverage, like if they didn't want this coverage, then it kind of sucks for them. But if they want to get something going, this is how they get it. Now this is mainstream news. Like, we're talking about it, everyone else is talking about it. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna get bigger from here, and then we'll see what happens. So
Yeah, let
I don't know.
us know what you think in the comments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. We're in WrestleMania season, everyone. We're in the playoffs, so we're good to go. But Gabby, where can they find you at?
Everyone can find me on Twitter at Gabrielle_Loren and Instagram at GabbyLO87.
Markeia?
And you guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty, or you can see me do live comedy theater, not this Saturday, but next Saturday at iOS Hollywood.
Awesome. And you can find me on Twitter at Tom the Com. And Tuesday nights, Supernatural at 11. And tonight after this, the Tomorrow People. So check me out on there, and we will see you guys next week.
From executive producers Markeia Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.